We got another fight feature episode of Say It Out Loud Sports. I'm your host, Pat Graham. I got my boys here. We're going to talk about UFC 250. I got Bob.
Yo.
Pete.
Yo.
And Dave.
What's good?
Same guys from the NBA draft. So let's talk about fights. I don't know a ton of people on this card. I mean, I know the people, but I don't watch a ton of the fights, but we're going to talk about them a little bit and make our picks. Some are going to be right, some are going to be wrong. It's going to be fun stuff.
Mine are going to be right.
So let's start with we'll just start with the main event, so that way you guys can turn this off if you don't want to listen to the rest. But let's go in Amanda Nunes and Felicia Spencer. Bob.
I'm taking Nunes.
Nunes
here.
is minus 600. Is that accurate?
Nunes is winning this fight.
The Lioness?
She's the greatest women MMA fighter of all time. This is an easy fight for her.
So Spencer was the one that she fought Cyborg last, right?
Yeah.
Cyborg. I just watched a video on Cyborg, and she had her head split open by her, but she won the fight. Spencer didn't. I feel like she didn't do any damage to her. But
Spencer's last fight?
Yeah, Spencer fought Cyborg before Cyborg left UFC.
Mm-hmm. Well, Spencer's last fight is the Farron girl.
Did she won that?
She won that fight.
Okay, so she lost Cyborg and
she lost the Cyborg
Herring?
fight.
And I agree with you. Nunes is the GOAT. She's beat everybody. We talked about it on our last on the last UFC thing we talked about was Nunes is the GOAT. But 600 is a lot. Would you bet $600 to win 100?
In this fight, this is one of those fights. I don't like laying huge favorites because
it's insane.
Right. But this is one where you can lay Nunes and feel comfortable.
Does she finish her?
Absolutely.
Anybody?
Yeah, I think she wins by knockout.
Inside the first.
So if you go all the way back to
3 minutes.
September.
This is a first round KO.
This is
inside
last time she's
3
lost.
minutes.
Nunes lost. Last time she lost was 2014.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's like,
she's won 10 straight fights, 7 in which were finishes, 5 by knockout and 2 by submission.
This fight doesn't get out of the first round.
I mean, it speaks
is
how
this the
well-rounded she
same
is.
as like a Khabib fight?
No, because Khabib doesn't
Well,
finish
do you
anybody.
hate Khabib?
I don't hate Khabib, but I mean, listen, Khabib.
He's 28 and
Khabib
0.
goes the distance a lot.
Yeah. Nunes went the distance with Durandamy last, right? That was her last fight?
And Jermaine Durandamy looked really good. She won probably 2 rounds of that 5-round fight.
Yeah.
That was a really good
It's
fight.
crazy 'cause
people thought Nunes was going to walk right through her, and that's not what happened. Durandamy hit her with big shots. She won 2 of the 5 rounds, and a lot of people had it 2-2 going in the 5th.
The only memory I can think of is when Nunes knocked out Cyborg.
Mm-hmm. I was at that fight, and it was berserk.
She knocked her out. Every time I think of Nunes, that's what I think of. I don't remember the Holly Holm fight, the Rousey fight. I remember the Cyborg fight, and I'm like, if she
when you think of Nunes,
like
that's what you think of that because that's like the passing of the torch and the greatest women's MMA fighter of all time.
Well, in Nunes' last bantamweight division defense title, she landed 8 takedowns against
Durandamy, right?
Durandamy, yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty big going into this fight.
She ain't gonna. I don't think. I haven't watched a bunch of Spencer, but I don't think she's gonna be able to take Spencer down that many times. It's gonna be because I thought Spencer
she's gonna strike with
She'll do
Spencer,
whatever
and
she
that
wants to
fight
do.
is not.
I
Gonna
thought
last
Spencer
long.
was more of a wrestler. Durandamy didn't seem like a wrestler, right?
No, Durandamy tried to stand up and slug it out.
Is
the
that
reason
Spencer?
Nunes landed so many takedowns was because Durandamy landed shots.
But I'm talking Spencer right now. Isn't she more of a wrestler? She's thicker. She's more of a ground game.
Yeah.
A lot of them, that's like what they're called. They say they're wrestlers.
Well, like Cyborg's a
but
striker.
none of them go
Durandamy-
in there and try and land takedowns.
Spencer's got 8 pro victories coming by submission.
Right. But
So I don't
the
know.
fight's not gonna start with Spencer trying to shoot takedowns.
Right, but I feel like she's not going to get 8 takedowns
She's getting
like
0.
she did. No, Nunes.
Oh,
I guess.
Nunes is standing up with this girl.
If Spencer gets it to the ground, is that her path to victory?
No.
I don't think she. I don't think she.
There's no path.
There's no path.
She's not winning this fight.
At that odds, dude,
There's no
I
brick
don't know.
road
I always
here
take
for her.
dogs.
I would. This is a
no
this
yellow
is,
brick road.
This is a
These dogs ain't wolfing over here.
And wolfing tonight. I'm taking Spencer plus 400.
no chance.
Call me crazy.
I'll take your bet right
crazy.
now.
No, it's plus 4 to 1.
I'll give you up to $100.
So
right
everybody
now on
called
that
me
bet.
crazy when I took Olenek.
This isn't Holly Home Run or Rousey, bro. This
Yeah,
isn't-
no, Holly Holm was worse. She was 10 to 1 dog.
She was 11.
11 to 1
Yeah, but
dog.
Spencer's
So
not a
Spencer's
home
4.
run hitter.
No,
Yeah, she's going to submit Nunes.
no chance.
No.
She'll take her down.
Nunes
Zero.
sleeps
No
her.
chance.
Yes.
Time.
All right, so you guys all okay. So I'm just gonna mark this down. Pat plus 4. Rest of the boys, Nunes. Well, I'm sure I'm gonna lose. The last card. Everybody was like, "Oh, you got wrecked. You went 3 out of 8." Yeah, but I had 2 big dogs, so didn't lose much
Well, betting wise, yeah.
betting wise.
That's
So I'm taking 4 to 1. I'm taking 4 to 1 on
Any
most
odds.
fights.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Alex Perez is fighting on this card too, and he fought on the card, 2 weeks ago?
No, Holland. Did Perez fight too? Holland
He was
pulled
the first
out
fight on the card.
of this-
Alex
that
Perez
was
was
this
the first fight on the card 2 weeks ago, and he got robbed of a decision.
Oh, don't talk about judging.
yeah,
Stop
and then
talking
now
about
he's
judging.
fighting on this card.
No, let's talk about our boy.
Alex
Chase.
Perez coming out with a knockout in the first round to prove everybody wrong.
All right, so I'm going to put Bob down Perez. I don't know who that is, so I'm not taking that one. Let's go. Hey, Chase Hooper.
That's
He's
my
19.
favorite. This is my favorite fight on the card. Bruce
He's like 19?
Leroy versus Chase Hooper.
No, Alex Caceres.
That's Bruce Leroy, bro.
What do you mean blue? What do you mean?
That's his nickname, Bruce Leroy.
Wait, what's his regular name?
Alex Caracas.
Caceres.
Sorry,
But what's it? Who's Bruce Leroy?
that's his nickname. That's what he goes by.
How do you go a full name?
You have never heard.
How
of
do you have a
Bruce?
nickname that's
Go
longer
ahead,
than
pick
your real
your
name?
phone up and Google Bruce Leroy. Right,
I'm doing that right now.
It's
So
Alex.
talk about
Chase Hooper
Chase,
is a
your boy.
monster, but he's super young. He's a
hold
star
on,
in the making.
hold on. Bruce Leroy?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Googling it.
How do you not know who this is?
Because I don't care about it. Bruce Leroy.
Yes.
Okay, I'm pulling it
That's
up.
a good
You
old
talk,
boy.
talk about Chase Hooper.
Chase Hooper is a youngster. He's a budding superstar. This kid's like 19, probably just turned 20, and he's a monster.
Okay, so he's a
Here we go,
he's a
Pat.
kung fu master.
Yes, dude, this kid is sick. Bruce Leroy is sick, but he's gonna get wrecked by Chase Hooper.
I'll
got a great
take the
name.
kung fu mat. No, I've seen Chase Hooper. He's like a
Hooper's a
19-year-old kid.
monster.
Can't even drink. He wins a fight. He's like, I'm gonna go home,
Can't
go to
even
bed.
drink a beer.
Can't go have a beer. Can't even go buy a beer. So usually when I make these bets, this is how I analyze fights. I watch the weigh-ins, and if you scream loudly or you're too pumped up, I go the other side. Like they got to be calm.
So you don't like Conor McGregor at all?
He's different.
Connor's on a whole nother level.
Like
I'm
bro.
just
no,
asking.
the
I'm just
undercard,
asking.
the undercards when they come out, and like whoa, they're fucking yelling in the mic and screaming. They're too you can tell they're too pumped up.
Is that such
McGregor's
a thing?
proved
Is
it.
that such a thing?
Mc-
Too
Yeah, I don't
pumped
know
up?
if that's real.
Unless you've proved it. McGregor's proved it time and time again that when he's
How do you know till they prove it? Till they prove it?
I don't.
Yeah,
I've been okay. I've hit a couple of good ones.
exactly.
But my point was, Caceres came out. He's the night. He looked like the night. Like if you saw
The
him at
knight
a
in
gas
shining
station, you'd
armor?
fight him.
The
If he
quiet
ta-
kids
if-
are the ones that
No,
shoot
if he
up the
talks shit
schools.
to you, you'd be like, dude, don't stop. I'm gonna knock you out. And the dude you wake up on Thursday, and it was Saturday when you talked
Yeah,
to
the
him.
quiet ones you worry about.
So Chase Hooper -1. I'm taking Chase. I'll take Hooper.
I'll take Caceres.
You
I
like the
quiet
kung
kid.
fu master? No, Chase is the quiet dude. Caceres is the kung fu master.
Does not matter. He already made his pick.
You want kung fu?
Made his
Kung
pick.
fu
I
or
want
quiet?
the quiet kid.
Yeah, Hooper. What do you got? Kung fu or
I
quiet?
got hoops.
We all got hoops.
He's the one. He's the one
Hooper's
that
wins the fight.
you said
Hoops,
can't drink a
unanimous.
beer, right?
Hoops. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's locked in.
respect
Bruce
that.
Leroy is a fan favorite though.
Wait
He's,
till
All right,
21,
so that's our first leg of our unanimous parlay. We're gonna put together a unanimous parlay.
Okay.
I ruined the Nunes
Hooper.
one. Sorry guys, but we're unanimously taking Chase Hooper.
Okay.
Shout out to Kung Fu Master. If you hear this, I'm sorry.
I like
You're-
your name though.
you're
Your
gonna beat
name's
up.
cool.
That's
Bruce
that's one of the-
Leroy, bro.
He did he give himself the nickname?
No, that when he came into the UFC, that was like his moniker.
That kind of brings this up. Why does all of them have nicknames?
Yeah.
That's what you have in
have to
MMA.
have-
How do you
nickname.
get a nickname?
You that's everybody has one.
What's yours?
Me, I don't fight
No,
MMA.
I'm talking about. But like some of them are
Mine's the bald mamba.
the bald mamba. He said,
like it's strange. Bruce Buffer's probably like, what's his name? Because some of them are wild.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
I do like him.
Diego Sanchez has changed his like 3 times.
I do like the boa constrictor. That's might be my favorite.
That's
one.
your favorite one.
I'm gonna bet him too. Ben Rothwell called him out.
That's a good fight. Ben Rothwell.
Just a bunch of old dudes just slugging it out.
Ben Rothwell looks like he's out of shape, but he's fast.
All right, Neil Magny. I like Neil, but we're not going to talk about that one. Charles Bird, Perez is your boy.
I like Perez.
What about? Oh, here we go. Cody Garbrandt making his return after being KO'd 3 times. He won 11 in a row. Got KO'd the last
Make
3.
it 4.
And Rafael Sanchiao.
Yeah.
Make it 4. Oscar
with you
Uno
on the- yeah.
KO's Garbrandt.
Yeah.
Stop.
You think so?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I went Bobby on this one.
No way.
I like Garbrandt. He has all the talent in the world, but he cannot stay away from exchanges and fighting in phone booths, and he doesn't have the chin to do it. That's why they're saying this is his last fight
fought-
at this weight class, and he's going to go down.
So
Smart move.
he fought
'Cause
his
he's done.
last 3. He got KO'd twice by Dillashaw, which was juiced up. He's out. So you
Right.
got juiced. You got KO'd by 2 times by a juiced out dude.
Yeah.
And then Munoz just throws bombs. Like
Pedro Munoz,
That was-
absolutely.
that was
but
the
see,
fight.
this is the definition of him fighting in a phone booth and getting too
Right.
aggressive. And
He's-
Munoz and him slugged it out. Munoz caught him 1 time, and the fight was over.
no, No, they were.
That's it.
I was at the fight.
yeah,
it was
they were
going back.
swinging.
It was going back and forth. The first time Garbrandt got caught and got hurt, the fight's over because he could never recover, and Munoz put him down.
I thought that
Garbrandt's-
fight was a slugfest for 30 seconds. They were both hitting. And it
Every
was
time
wild.
Garbrandt's gone to slugfest, he's got knocked out.
His nickname makes sense. He's obviously getting no love
He's
over here.
He's got no love,
He's
no
getting
chin,
love
Zero.
over here.
no chin.
So
I like him though. I think he wins in decision.
I think he took a lot of time off. That was been.
Well, he had to, bro. You can't suffer that many
No, I get that,
concussions in
but
a row and
that's
still
true.
fight.
I
You have
just-
to have a
He's
year
a
off.
young dude, like comparative to a lot of fighters. I feel like I don't know the exact. He just looks young. I guess maybe he's got a baby face. But no, I think you can grow as a fighter. So if he realizes it, Uriah Weber's his coach, like his boy. I think if he realizes that and gets, dude, when he fought Dominic Cruz and he was
That was
dancing,
that was
fight.
the best
That
he's
was a
ever
good
looked.
fight.
But
And
that's
that was-
also not a slugfest.
No,
That's why he
but
looks so good.
was
if
a
he goes
fundamental
back
fight.
to that, you're right. If he goes back to that, he can beat anybody in the division.
If
So
he can
I'm
get
gonna
a game plan together to make Oscar Uno drag it out and not get into the slugfest, he could win the fight.
let's move in and out. Don't.
But if
fight
Oscar
him.
Uno marches forward and because Garbrandt will cave, he'll start fighting
Eventually.
in a phone booth.
It's only
he'll
a
start
3-round
throwing punches.
The other
You'll
thing
hear
is-
his corner telling
Yeah.
him like stop, back up, patience. But he gets away from that. If Oscar Uno brings the fight to him, walking straight forward, Garbrandt's gonna cave. He's gonna start fighting in a phone
I can see
booth,
that.
and he's gonna get put down.
I think if he, I guess it depends on how he approaches it. But I'll take Garbrandt on this one. I think he recovers and goes back.
Garbrandt
No.
sticks to a game plan, and I believe it. But I don't think
Yeah.
he can. He doesn't have the
I'm with Bob on this
patience.
one.
he wins the
You got
decision.
Sancho?
He
So
wins
me-
the decision.
Okay, so we got.
He took the words right out of my mouth.
2-2.
All right, so we got Garbrandt. I got Garbrandt on that one. So
He's
no
minus
unanimous.
145, by the way.
He's the
as
favorite.
of
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
I think we're all going to be unanimous on the Neil Magny fight.
Are we gonna? Do you want to talk about? I'm taking Magny.
I'm taking
I've
Magny,
bet
too.
on him every time I'm in Vegas. He's fighting for some reason on this. I'm like, oh, he's
He
fighting.
fights
this
a
man?
lot. He
Book
fights
it.
a lot.
I don't
I
know.
like Neil Magny too. I like Neil Magny on the
Yeah,
card.
he's a dog. Or he's minus one. He's favored. But
He's a favorite.
so we'll go. So we split that one. I don't think we're gonna have a unanimous parlay.
No, Rocco Martin is plus 120, and he went 3-1 over that span with the.
Who's he fought though?
I mean, he did fight Damian Maya. He lost, but
So
I mean,
so we're not
it's not
doing that.
horrible.
What about okay? So Sandhagen,
That's not horrible, Dave.
Sandhagen, Sterling. A lot of people thought that was going to be for the title after the retirement from.
So
Cejudo.
we talked about this. That division with Cejudo gone is wide open.
These two.
Sterling is 2. What is it? Marias is 1.
Marias is 1.
Is 1. But we
Sterling's
talked about
2.
this.
3 was Peter Yan.
Jose Aldo, based off his name, is getting title shots.
That's what the rumor going around. I don't think it's been fully booked.
It's happening. It's Aldo.
Probably.
It's Aldo.
I'd rather have
Peter
him do.
Yan.
I'd rather have him do a tournament. These two winner fights. for the
I
title.
think this is what it basically is. They're going to do Sterling, Sanhagen.
The winner
They're
is-
going to do Aldo, Peter Yan for like
Title.
the title,
And
and
then
then the
these-
winner of the Sterling Sanhagen fight's getting Aldo or Yan, whoever the winner is.
Jan's the best.
I think Peter Yan's the best in the division.
Who wins this fight?
I'm going to
mean-
take Sterling.
the odds are minus
They're
120
the same.
Sterling.
I have him at 115, 115.
I got him
minus
minus
Yeah,
120,
there is
110.
it's a coin toss in this. You're
Oh,
paying
yeah?
juice.
minus 120 and 110.
Who's 20?
Sterling's 120 and Sandhagen's 110.
I'm
so that
taking
makes
Sterling
sense.
in this
They're-
fight.
I mean, it's obviously fluctuating back and forth, so
I'm taking Sterling. in this fight.
50-50.
I've never seen Sandhagen.
I've seen him fight a couple times, but I like Aljamain Sterling's solid. He doesn't have a lot of holes in his game.
He's won 7 straight overall.
He
Who you
doesn't have
guys,
holes.
who you
in his
guys
game.
got?
I'm going to take Sterling on this one.
I'll take Sandhagen.
Oh, I thought we were going to have a
I thought we were
unanimous. I'm doing
unanimous.
Sterling.
I'll
We're
take
not.
Sandhagen.
Leave it to ours to burn our parlay,
I just like.
dude.
I mean, he's fought
We're just
for a very
letting.
long time.
It
in
looks
the
like we might be
bantamweight
letting
division.
right on Hooper. Just everybody bet your house on
love
Hooper.
Hooper.
We're gonna
Here
bet
we
the house
go.
on Hooper.
All right, so
Eddie Wild and Sean O'Malley.
Sandhagen. Yeah, last one we're going to talk about on this card is Sean O'Malley.
No, all day.
First of all, he got
This
Dang.
guy is
He
Conor
got called-
McGregor Jr., bro.
he got called out by Brian Boom Kelleher. Kelleher's on the undercard, by the way.
I seen this.
Oh, I forgot
Call him out
about
all day long.
the sister fight.
Oh, the Shevchenko fight is on
Shevchenko's
this.
fighting Chukagian.
Is that on this? Is that on this card?
I don't have the odds unless it got pulled.
That's not on this card.
It's on the prelims.
No,
Oh, that's this weekend, huh?
that's this weekend
That's this
coming
week.
up.
All
That's
right,
on
so-
the other card.
How old is Eddie?
Eddie Weiland?
Yeah.
He's old.
He's old.
He's an older guy. He's
in a
the
freaking-
best.
He's
got
35.
O'Malley's going to buckle
He's
his knees.
35, by the way.
O'Malley is
35?
one of the most underrated and a budding superstar.
He's going to bring it. No, he's, I don't want to say budding superstar. He's an older guy, but he's going to bring the heat like.
Well, O'Malley had a 2-year suspension.
Did he?
Yeah.
I just like his mustache.
O'Malley's 25. The other guy's 35.
O'Malley is a budding
I'm
superstar
35.
in MMA.
I'm 35. He's got a cool mustache. I got a cool mustache.
O'Malley's got the fro.
Does he have hair?
I don't know.
O'Malley's got
Does
the
he have
fro.
hair?
He's got a
Look it
fro.
up. Gotta look it up.
No, I'm taking.
Eddie Wineland's bald with the mustache.
I'm taking 300. I did DM you.
O'Malley
Eddie.
has the
Hey,
biggest reach in
Eddie
the
Wineland.
bantamweight division.
Yeah.
Eddie Wineland. I DM'd you. Read your messages.
Yeah.
Come on, I want to talk to you
Come on,
about your
Big Eddie.
mustache.
We need you, Eddie.
All right, but yeah, no, I'm taking. So I'm ruining that. So I guess the only we're not having a parlay.
Well, now we got one.
The only
fight
unanimous
agree
fight
on.
we got is hoops.
Ship it. Let's go.
Hoops.
Hooper.
Hoops and O'Malley. Come
Chase
on.
Hooper, don't
No.
let me down, bro. Don't
I'm
let
at
me down,
3
Chase.
and 4 to 1. If one of those hits, I'm golden. Or if I just lay 2 to 1 on that, I'm good.
Fair enough.
Can't argue that.
All right, so that's that card. The card's decent, I think. There's a lot of the undercard I like.
This
It better.
is
The main
good.
event's crazy. I'll take Spencer 4 to 1, but
This is
I
good,
don't-
though.
The main event's fun because Amanda
not-
Nunes is great to
the
watch.
price point's crazy. You're gonna
Yeah.
pay $80 to watch this card.
Yeah.
So this got to
It's
be a
69,
fight.
right? It's 69.
Whatever it is, you can't
So the way I
That's
think the
typical
UFC
pay-per-view, though. I mean,
That's not a pay per view card to me.
it
Should
might
be
not-
$34.99.
The way UFC's thinking is that now is the time.
If
getting
Cody
exposure.
Garbrandt doesn't get knocked out twice in a row, this is a pay-per-view card.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the time where they know they can get exposure for these up-and-coming fighters. People are stuck in their homes. They're desperate for sports. I think now is the time where they're pushing these fighters onto people, and we're going to see a new side of the MMA world we haven't seen.
The UFC can get away with these lighter cards because there's nothing else to watch.
Yeah.
That's
They
what I'm
should
saying.
do half
That's what I'm
price.
saying.
Be like, hey, world.
They're not going to cut the price.
cutting
They're
it
not
down.
going to cut the price.
Said, hey, world.
They went
Put
two.
co-
They
hey,
went
Twitter
2 months
world.
without. They went 2 months without a card. They're
O.J.
not cutting the
Simpson?
price.
Yeah. Oh, O.J.
ESPN
Simpson.
ESPN was probably trying to raise the price because there's no other sport on.
Jack it up.
I go, hey, Twitter world.
Hey, but
UFC is cheaper.
I've been watching because Dana White came out and promised the next California cards at Tachi Palace.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm looking at venues like as they book them. The next time they kind of hint a California fight, I'm booking a room at Tachi Palace because they're
Shout
going
out
to
Lawler.
have
Shout
the
out
Lawler.
UFC
The fans-
pay-per-view
are the fans
at
gonna be allowed
Tachi
to go?
Palace.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
The next
absolutely.
fight that's we're allowed to go to, I'm probably going to. Cause
I'm in. If,
better be in
they book
Lamar.
if they book a fight,
I just want McGregor
Dana
back.
won't book a fight
Yeah.
at Tachi Palace if the fans can't be there.
Connor and Tachi.
Oh, my God.
Connor Silva
Tachi.
and
We
Tachi for
all
New Year's
need,
Eve.
we all
New
need
Year's
Connor
Eve?
back.
For New
We all
Year's
need
Eve?
Connor back.
Count
I'm
me
paying
in,
whatever.
bro. I'm sitting in the front
Hey,
row.
we don't got to pay for rooms.
Pete's paying for whatever.
I-
Actually,
I'm
Holler at
paying
me.
for it.
Antoine, I know you got confidence.
Fantasy
for Tachi,
football
bro.
belt.
Holler at me.
That's our old stomping
Speaking of
grounds.
these fights, though, so me and Pete, we watched the Diaz Masvidal. Remember how the Diaz Masvidal things?
I was at the fight.
You were there, but no. Did you see how on Twitter they're going at each other?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you want to see?
Masvidal said run it back.
you
Diaz
want-
said pull up. I
do you
love
want-
it.
Yeah. But he said at the fight too. Do you want to see that, or Usman and Masvidal?
Bro, Diaz was just
what-
getting warmed up.
I
He
wanna
was
watch-
just getting
no.
warmed
He
up.
was.
He
It was a great
just
stoppage.
getting warmed up.
What?
Wasn't
No,
it?
No,
Yes,
not
it is.
great.
Time.
This is why. This is why. When it comes to a doctor stoppage, if you have a cut on
Above and
just
below.
above your eye, they'll let you fight. But if you have a cut above and below your eye, and there's only just a little bit in between that separates you basically losing an eyelid, it's a good stoppage. Was Nate Diaz ready to fight? Absolutely. Is he a warrior? Absolutely. Is he a bad mother? Then yes. But that's a good stoppage.
But
Okay,
it's
great.
a bad
That's why we need
situation for
another-
Nate. It's a bad situation for Nate, so run it back. Let them
Exactly.
fight again.
I wanna-
But I will promise you, if they run that fight back, I don't see a difference in the fight because Jorge Masvidal is a monster.
I kind of agree, but to rob Diaz because Diaz was
I
ready.
get
Right.
the fans understand
Yeah.
it. Diaz takes 2 rounds to get going, but he got punished for 2 rounds,
got
and that
hit.
cut
He
was
did.
bad.
Yeah.
He did
It
get
was
punished.
bad.
I don't know. I watched it today. It wasn't as bad. Like
He
you're
got
right. It was above
punished.
and below.
It-
The cut man did a
once
great
that
job.
happened, they kept Diaz in the fight in the second round. The cut man kept him in the fight
No, it was going into the fourth.
in the third.
Forward.
No, the cut was the first round.
Yeah, first
I just-
round.
I just
Going
watched
to
it
the
today.
fourth.
They only fought 2 rounds or 3?
They fought
Three.
full three rounds. He
Three.
stopped it after the third, and this fool's
That-
like, "I'm good. Like, what are you doing?"
No,
Like,
they're not going to let him go though. That cut's too bad.
They
He
make
bleeds
eye
every
patches,
time.
right?
He
They make
does,
eye patches.
but it's scar
First
it's
round.
scar
I haven't
tissue.
seen a
I
Diaz
get it.
fight
So
where
what
he
do we
doesn't
do?
bleed in the first round.
They're
Facts.
not letting Nate go into the fourth round with that bad of a cut. especially with how the fight had went.
It was pretty bad.
I've seen way worse. Ferguson looked
That
worse
was pretty
last
bad,
time
though.
when he fought
Ferguson
Gaethje.
should have never been in the 5th round.
surprised
Anthony
Ferguson
Smith
isn't in
was
the wheelchair.
handing
Yeah,
his
his
teeth.
corner failed him.
And should Anthony Smith even answer the bell in the 5th round?
No, Anthony
Smith
this
wanted
is what
out
I'm
of that
talking-
fight.
Oh,
He
yeah.
didn't ask to be
So-
out of that fight, but he wanted out.
Yes.
When he told his corner, "Hey, I think my teeth are falling
No,
out," that's Anthony
they
Smith
did fall.
asking
He
his corner
handed it to
to
the
stop the
referee.
fight.
He did mid-fight. He
No,
did.
I get it, but Anthony Smith telling his corner at
Right.
the end of the 4th round, "I think my teeth are falling out," is him asking them to stop the fight
Right. Yeah.
without him asking them to
Right.
stop the fight. That's him telling
That's
his
my
coach,
whole
like,
point,
"I'm
though.
done.
Yeah.
Get me out of here."
His
But-
corner failed him.
But he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to give his pride up and say, "I'm done. Get
Yeah.
me out."
So
That's
let's
him
not
saying,
fair.
"Hey, let me out."
I want that doctor to referee. That doctor
They
needs
want,
to be.
that doesn't happen because it's different commissions. That's
just
a,
telling you.
that's
I
a
love
New
it. I love
York Athletic Commission who's the worst in MMA.
I want
So
that
we
one.
need
then
Masvidal.
it
doesn't get any
Nevada
better.
State Athletic.
No,
Commission.
Jacksonville. We need Diaz, Masvidal in Jacksonville. Book
No,
it.
we need them in Nevada.
No,
they'll let 'em
because
fucking
teeth can
fight
fall
to the
out and they're
death,
not
dude.
stopping it.
In
Let's do
Nevada,
that.
they'll let you fight to the
Right.
death.
I don't believe that.
Absolutely. In
Well, no,
Nevada,
'cause-
they'll let you fight to the death. New
To
York,
the death, he
dude,
said.
they will. They'll let you go out there and fight
What
till
about?
you're almost dead.
I don't know about that. What about Askren and Robbie Lawler?
That's not a cut. That's not a knockout. That's Herb Dean making a mistake.
Let's watch.
That's why Robbie Lawler freaked out, and he
No.
freaked out on Herb, and then he apologized to Herb because Robbie is an absolute sportsman, one of the
I'm
best.
just saying,
in the game.
Cruz said homeboy's on drugs and alcohol in the middle of the fight. He said he smelled like booze and
did say that.
cigarettes.
He did say that.
Those guts.
I highly doubt that's true. I think Cruz,
But no,
Cruz
the
is looking to
my
save
whole
face.
point-
Probably in the
I
drugs.
love Dominic Cruz. I will always root for him, though.
My whole point, like, I get the whole thing, above and below.
That's the thing. If you have a cut above,
Diaz bleeds
they will
first round
That's
every
fine.
time.
Bleed
That's
every time. Get a cut above every time. They'll let him
He
stay
might as well
5
just
rounds
slice
with
the
a cut
shit
above his
before
eye.
he starts the fight.
Exactly.
They'll let him
Paint
fight.
his face red.
They'll let him fight 10 rounds.
Braveheart.
Dude, they'll let Diaz fight 10 rounds with a cut above his eye.
Who's
the
the
moment
guy
he
in
has a cut
Braveheart?
above and below, you're done.
He
They're
needs
not
to
going to
just
let
go
you
get
go
some-
back.
All right, so he
needs to
deserves
go-
a rematch.
yeah.
So he
Absolutely
in the
deserves a
story,
rematch.
he deserves a rematch.
Full Mel
Done.
Gibson.
I would
Just
rather.
paint
I would
fake
rather
cuts.
watch.
Yeah.
I want Jorge Colby. Before
Who does
any-
makeup?
Ooh, I
who
like
does?
that fight
who
too,
does?
though.
Who does
I want
makeup?
Jorge Colby right now because
does makeup?
Who does
Colby
makeup?
just got kicked out of ATT.
I think Kim
I want
Kardashian
Jorge
does
Colby
makeup.
right now.
Who does makeup for Hollywood?
Mel Gibson.
No, he gets the makeup done.
Braveheart.
Who's the best one?
I don't know.
Diaz needs to get professional makeup done and just put cuts everywhere. They don't know which
Diaz
one's
gets
real.
cut every fight because he has
We
so
know
much scar
everybody
tissue.
knows
Right.
which one's real. You can
know
see
what
the
I'm
scar
saying.
tissue
Can't have
bulging
a-
out of
you
his
just
head.
can't have a cut above and below and
All I'm
expect
saying-
it to continue on.
So out of the fights, I'm the only one that's saying I would rather see Nate Masvidal 2 versus.
no, I would rather
No.
see
Masvidal,
Masvidal, Colby Covington.
I would.
No,
Right
I'm,
now.
No, his
I'm
jaw's
with you on that
broken.
one, Pat. I'm
His
with you
jaw's
100%.
getting rebroke round
No.
one.
I think.
You just-
I think it's fair. I, think
I
it's fair
love
that he gets
Jorge.
that
He's one of
fight.
my favorite. Colby's on. You can't say Colby's on.
Colby's-
No, he's done.
He was a
He's
monster.
done.
He is a monster.
Past
He's
tense.
done though. He's
one,
done.
He's
want-
one round away from
Do
taking
this.
Usman down.
Let's do
And
this.
you're going to tell me he's on a
Let's
monster?
do this.
Let's do it.
Diaz
Let's do
Masvidal
it.
2, Usman Covington 2, same card.
Let's go.
Ooh,
They
I
want-
might-
they-
oh.
They're
Let's
never
go, let's
putting
see
those
it.
two on the same card because both
Hashtag
are main
Dana
events.
White.
Because both are sellout main events. They're not going to waste
Usman's
one
not.
on the other. Usman,
Usman
Covington
is.
2 is not a sellout.
That's a sellout.
I don't know. Masvidal was just ripping those fools because they didn't
They're
sell
all
no
all
pay-per-views.
four. Both those fights are headline fights.
That
They're not going
fight
to put them
didn't
both
do
on the same
nothing.
That's
card.
true. No,
That,
that's right.
that specific fight didn't do well.
Yeah, he's right.
They're not putting both those
Unless
fights on the
Masvidal, are you
same
calling
card.
George Masvidal a liar?
No, he's a monster.
Ooh.
Well, he said, like, I didn't
Get
look at the
backyard
numbers, but I feel
knocked
like
out,
the, hey, come to my house, Jorge.
Yeah, right.
He
You know
will.
what,
He'll
Jorge?
pull
You know
up
what
for 10
problems
grand.
with Jorge, dude?
He'll pull up for 10 grand.
You know what problem with
The,
Jorge?
No,
He's bringing Yoel
No.
Romero with him.
I
and
told you we
everybody's
live. We're all from North Carolina, so they won't find us. The no, those two fights though, boom.
I think Colby Covington's trying to get the Masvidal fight right now, saying
If
he
he's
runs
smart,
the
he's
streets of
gonna say it.
Miami.
Yeah, if he's smart, he is.
Florida's still, the streets are
I'll
still
take that.
his.
I just don't want to see.
It's good marketing.
Connor Usman's, I don't think the best fight to make.
No, Connor's gonna take
Legacy
Silva.
wise, legacy.
No,
Silva's
Connor's
not
gonna,
fighting.
Connor's gonna KO Silva, and
That-
there's
but
like,
he
why
has
is he
to-
picking his fights? 'Cause
Connor
they
has
sell.
to fight
yeah.
before then, though. Connor has to fight before then. Because
Says
Silva
who?
can't fight for 8 months.
Why?
Because if Silva wants to fight, he has to re-enroll in USADA. And you have to do 6 months in USADA testing before you're eligible to fight. So if tomorrow Anderson Silva enrolled, the fight wouldn't take place for 6
I
months.
don't think that matters to Connor. That fool wants the money.
Well, he can't
He
fight
ain't
before
about
then.
and he ranked him as
All
the
about
GOAT.
money.
Yeah, but he can't fight
So if
before.
he
Silva
beats the
can't
GOAT-
fight before then. So Connor's got to fight before that.
What do you mean, gotta?
Benjamins, man.
Because Silva cannot fight
No,
for
he
6
doesn't
months.
have to though. Why does he have to fight?
Who? Silva?
Conor.
Conor, because he's coming back. You want to wait another
He wants the
8
money,
months?
baby.
He
If
wants
you
the
book,
Benjamin.
If he wants money, then fight Diaz 3. That's the money.
he could lose that fight.
Okay, but it's still the biggest money out there.
He's
Has
KO
Conor
Silva
ever
in
backed
18
down?
seconds.
Has Conor ever backed down?
He's doing it right now.
He's
Fight
doing
Usman
it right
then.
now. Facts.
Fighting Usman's backing down?
Fight Usman.
That's the worst matchup for him there is.
Diaz is not a great matchup for Conor.
Diaz is the best matchup
No,
for
he's
him
not.
right now.
Silva.
Silva.
This is crazy.
Silva
Can't fight
We've seen
for 6-8 months.
We've seen the ability. Conor will wait for the payday, and that fight will sell, and then he can go on Twitter and be like, "I'm the GOAT. I beat the GOAT."
Yes.
No.
100%.
Back.
And then he gets
He
Khabib.
fights, even
Yes.
if Silva enrolls,
I
Conor
still,
fights before then.
I still think Conor's fighting Gaethje.
I would
That's
love
what-
it.
I'm on that
I'd
one.
love it. That
the
fight
fight I wanna
that
see.
fight
That's
is over in 2 rounds, and Gaethje's
That's
sleeping.
$1 billion.
No, I
fight
agree.
right there.
Yeah.
Gaethje's sleeping within 2 rounds. Ali is
I
going to be
agree.
pissed.
I agree.
And
You
agree with
Ali,
that?
I think Conor
Ali's-
KOs Gaethje.
Oh, absolutely
I don't
knocks
think so.
Gaethje
He's too
out.
accurate.
Side bets.
Out.
I'll take side
Gaethje
bets.
loves eating punches. He's not eating a left hand from Conor.
Oh, he's eating
Absolutely.
it. He's
Absolutely
eating it
not.
all day.
Yeah, and he's
Oh, yeah.
sleeping.
He's
and then Ali's mad, and Ali's feeding Khabib.
Because Khabib is.
Conor comes and
Khabib,
wrecks Khabib, and then Ali's feeding Usman.
Think about it. If you're the manager of Khabib, Khabib does not want to fight Conor just because of he wants to make him prove it.
Yeah, you should have.
So
to
the
prove it.
same manager.
So Ali,
should, yeah.
Ali
I
feeds
agree.
Gaethje, hoping Gaethje wins the fight, and he never has
Yeah,
to fight Khabib.
that's
again.
what it is.
No, but it's a business. You shouldn't have to do anything.
Gaethje gets
Dana White's
It's all
over there
business.
like
It's all
Conor-
business.
Conor-
In
that's
the
the
end,
biggest
it's all
fight.
business.
It's all
So
business.
if you're Khabib's manager, like, oh, fight Gaethje, then
If-
the 2 people he managed doesn't have to fight, and they both get paydays.
Yep.
Yep.
So if
Smart.
Conor fights
And
Gaethje,
Conor
huge payday.
KOs
Right.
If he
Justin
beats Gaethje,
Yeah.
then another huge payday comes.
It's true.
Right.
Connor's a
But
a
if
better-
Gaethje takes care of Conor,
genius.
Gaethje's not taking care. Connor's getting.
It's
Connor's
possible.
knocking
Nobody's-
Gaethje out.
I don't know. Ferguson's. They're all. It's just crazy.
Right. So that's a bigger paycheck.
So
The
just
next man
paychecks
up.
on paychecks on paychecks on paychecks. All of them.
Connor's a paycheck. He could fight the worst dude on the UFC roster. It's a paycheck.
No, I
That's
agree.
the
I
problem.
agree
That's
with that.
the problem.
Jerry Maguire.
Connor's carrying whoever
He
he
could. He
fights.
could fight
Show me
Cuba
the
Gooding
money.
Jr. tomorrow, and
Yeah.
I'm buying it.
I'm buying that too.
He should fight. Never mind.
Jerry
I was
Maguire.
say something crazy.
Road
All
trip.
right. So number 1 fight you want to see though, if you had to pick one fight right now,
Right now, one fight I want to watch:
Bob.
Jorge Masvidal, Colby Covington.
what do you got?
That's my fight I want to watch.
I want to see the 2 biggest draws, in my opinion. This is my opinion because I like people that just fight. I like Conor and I like Masvidal.
That's a great fight.
I feel like that
Put
would
the
be
BMF
exciting.
title on the line, baby.
BMF title. That's what I'm saying.
it on the
Put it
line.
on the line.
That's a great match.
That's a great.
Connor beat Nate.
Great.
Nate
It's a
beat
great.
Conor.
It's a great match because they're both going to stand up and brawl.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to
Jorge
see.
is a.
Dang, I never thought about that.
I
wanna
That-
see it.
That is
That should be
really
wild.
good.
I want to see it.
They said that was
Honestly,
a fight.
I just
They
wanna
said
see
that was a
Conor
fight to
fight.
make because
Yeah.
they tried to make Masvidal Usman, and Usman priced himself out.
Yeah,
Usman
yeah.
wanted $3.5
That's
million
what
bucks.
I was saying.
That's what he wanted, and they priced himself out of the fight. So Masvidal's next pick was Conor because that's the money.
Yeah, that's the money, and that's a legacy fight. I mean,
I
for
get
both
it.
of them.
The fight's huge. The fight is huge right now with Masvidal and how much he draws.
Yes.
the fight is huge.
Yes, I mean that makes
It's
sense
big.
for both fighters financially and legacy wise. I mean,
If
Masvidal
Conor
is big.
beats Jorge Masvidal for the BMF title,
Who's
and
Bring
then
back
he,
Nate.
then he
Bring
defends
back
it.
Nate.
He
No
defends
one-
it against Nate
Bring
3,
it back.
no one's
and
ever
then he
gonna
walks
beat
away
us
from
doing.
that and he beats
BMF.
Khabib. Who's
Retire.
the GOAT?
Yeah, yeah.
Then you're on the
He's
AEW
like
Who's
the-
the GOAT?
yeah.
He
No,
walks away
I
from
can
that. He
see
beats
that.
Khabib,
facts
and then now Anderson Silva's ready and he beats Silva. Who's the GOAT?
exhibition fight.
Who you got, Pete? What's your
Man,
what's your
I
fight?
mean, I just want to see Conor fight, honestly.
Right.
But I would like to see Conor fight Gaethje.
That's a.
But I mean, after hearing what Dave said, the Gaethje Masvidal fight would be unreal. So I mean, the 2 fights that I really want to see. I mean, business wise, if you're Conor, I'm going for Gaethje's mouth. But I mean, if you want to see
That's
a
his
dog
best
fight,
matchup.
if you want to see a dog fight, you got to go Conor and Masvidal all day.
If
hands
Conor, if
down.
Conor's raking his opponents,
Hands
the
down.
easiest fight for him right now is Gaethje.
So I want to see. So
That's yeah, financially. Yeah.
obviously Connor's a draw.
Yeah.
I want to see Jones.
he's
I want to
the
see
John.
John Jones versus Nagano.
I don't want
Ooh,
Ngannou. I
I
want
like
John
that.
Jones
I
Stipe.
like
Ooh.
I want John Jones Stipe.
No, 'cause he
why
can
is John
see-
Jones got to fight Ngannou? He's
Because
Right.
that. He has to.
just the
John
allure.
Jones Stipe because Daniel Cormier ain't showing up. Put John
but-
Jones in there.
No, Stipe Nagano is going to sell more than Jones Stipe.
No chance.
It doesn't
in
even
the
matter about
world.
dollars. Dollars aside, I want to see
No.
Jones Jones and Ngannou. That
Jones
knockout
totally makes
power.
sense.
Jones Stipe sells more pay-per-views than Jones or than
No, because
Jones
people
and
want to
Ngannou.
see John lose.
People pay to watch him lose.
Ngannou would. Ngannou. I read the other day. Ngannou
hasn't
would be the
yet.
favorite.
Yeah, he would open as a favorite because he's the heavyweight.
Stipe is not going to open as a favorite.
Against John Jones? Absolutely, he would.
no.
Absolutely, he opens as a favorite against John
We
Jones.
shall see. Book that. Record. It's recorded. We're recorded. So it's
If,
on tape,
if they
bro.
book John Jones, Stipe Miocic, Stipe opens as a favorite.
Maybe a pick at the worst.
No, absolutely not.
Back to John Jones and Ngannou.
Jones.
How would you? You're good. We're all gonna watch it.
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
absolutely.
Ngannou's last 4 fights have lasted a combined like 1 minute.
Absolutely. But he has not fought anybody as skilled as John Jones.
No, 100.
And John
no,
Jones
100%.
isn't going to make. And John
That's
Jones
why-
isn't
that's
going
why
to
you
make.
need
That's
that
what I'm
fight.
saying. That's why I want
That's
that
why you
fight.
need that fight.
I don't
John
care.
Jones
Stipe is. I don't care about Stipe.
No. Okay, so John Jones isn't making the
I'd
mistake
rather see
all
John
those
Jones
four
make
dudes
Cormier
made
cry.
of backing straight up
Again.
against Francis Ngannou.
The what?
John Jones isn't making the mistake of backing straight up against Francis Ngannou.
I feel like
in
you
the
doubt.
right
I feel like you doubt Ngannou a lot. Last week, well,
What happened when he fought?
thought-
What happened when he fought Stipe?
When we what?
Stipe bounced
4
his
years
head
ago.
off the mat.
4 years ago.
2 years ago.
Stipe since Derek Lewis beat Ngannou, when that worst fight ever.
Derek Lewis.
I was at the fight.
That was the worst
Snooze
fight.
Fest in Anaheim.
That was worse than Greg Hardy in the one we just watched. That was
Oh,
worse than all of them.
Absolutely.
Since that fight, he's knocked out 4 dudes all in the first round in under a minute.
And the last
think
time he
2
lost,
minutes.
Stipe bounced his head off the mat.
Yeah,
because
4
Stipe
years-
is
whatever.
more skilled.
I'm saying
than all
right
those
now-
back straight up.
People don't forget.
No, Stipe
John
don't
Jones has
forget.
never lost.
Never. They have one loss, but it was a Matt Hamill
But no decision.
He's never lost.
disqualification.
Bull's never lost.
Never.
Cormier's crying on camera. Hamill's whatever. He's never lost. Pico, you got 1 picogram? Oh no.
No,
the
John
GOAT.
Jones is the GOAT, bro.
He's the GOAT. But I'm saying that's the biggest fight
Francis
to make right
Ngannou
now.
does not
Other
want
than
those
outside of
answers.
McGregor,
Yeah.
And I'll say this:
Jones-
if John Jones isn't cutting weight to 205, he's gonna weigh about 245. Have you seen his two brothers?
I think Jones wins. I
Have
want to
you
see him
seen
beat
Arthur
Ngannou.
Jones, a D
You mean
lineman?
Chandler?
Or
That's
I mean-
Chandler. Who's Arthur?
Both
His other
of them.
brother?
He has
His
both of them.
other
He has
brother
2
from the
brothers.
Ravens, who
Yeah.
plays
Over
D line and weighs about 320.
I think the other one plays for the
And then
Cardinals, right?
Chandler Jones, who was a DN for the Patriots and now in the Cardinals,
Yeah.
Yeah.
weighs about 265.
I get that.
Yeah,
you think
beast.
John Jones isn't coming to the fight about 245 stacked?
No, I think
Good
John
luck,
wins.
Ngannou.
He's got good
I'm just
trainers.
saying
Good
that's the
luck,
fight I want to
Francis.
watch.
He's got good juice.
Hey, Francis, good luck, bro.
Thanks for the blood.
Yeah,
Francis.
the
hey,
DNA.
hey, Francis, I'm not the guy you
DNA
saw at
runs
205 anymore, bro. Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah, good luck.
But
Hey,
I
I'm
want to watch
going to
that.
have about 9
John's never.
picograms in my system in your ton.
I like
John-
that. I like that pick, Pat.
Yeah.
Outside of Connor, that's the next biggest fight to me. I want to watch that. Put
No,
him on the same card.
I
Fight
agree.
Island, opening weekend.
Fight Island, bro. How do I get
dude.
there? Can Say It Out Loud Sports get some credentials
You
for
can
Fight
come
Island?
in, but you
Serious.
can't.
I'm gonna write
leave.
them. We're on
Hey,
press
we
pass.
need to apply. You need to apply.
All right, that's it for the bonus episode. Tune in next week. We'll have some more stuff for you.